Hey guys, what is up? Cam Fats here, aka Cam Jennings, coming at you on behalf of EpicConversions.com. I want to talk to you about repeating your message. I want to talk to you about exposure of your offers and how to get people to listen to what you have to say when you're trying to sell something. So, I think the main thing that I want to get across here today is that when you're trying to sell things, it's not about like just getting your message out there one time. It's not about like a really nice sales page. Nice sales page doesn't hurt. But I personally have proven over and over again. Actually, you know what? It's getting windy out here. Let me get back in the van, and I'll talk to you guys in there so you can hear me. I want you to hear what I have to say. Okay. So yeah. What I want to talk to you about today is the idea of putting your message out there multiple times. The fact of the matter is, people don't listen to you. That's the truth. That people just don't listen, man. They don't. I'll give you an example. Like, last year, I had this idea that I wanted to retire my entire product line. So I did. I retired everything that I was selling at the time. And at the beginning of 2022, like, I had no products for sale. Not even my Insiders Club was open. I even closed my Insiders Club for new registration for a little while. I reopened my Insiders Club when I launched my first product of 2022. So it was on the 28th of January. I opened my Insiders Club back up. But for like a while there, for like a month, my Insiders Club was closed to new registration. I was retiring the product line. But people saw that messaging that I put out there. And I put it out several times, right? Like all over the place. And it didn't matter. People still looked at that and thought I was retiring. Oh, Cam's retiring, or whatever. They thought whatever. And, it's like, how do people get the message wrong when you put it out there so many times? The way they get the message wrong is people aren't really listening to what you have to say, okay? Like, not as much as you are, You put a message out there and, man, you know it better than anybody because you put it out there. But other people aren't listening to you, okay, the way you are. I mean, if you put a message out there 4 times, you're probably thinking, man, I've said this 4 times. I'm beating a dead horse. No, you're not. You're not beating a dead horse. Half those people didn't hear you on any of those messages that you put out there. If you put 4 emails out there, half of them only got 2 emails, maybe 1 email. They skimmed the email, so they were barely paying attention. And then if you're talking about messages you're putting on Facebook, forget about it. Facebook's so busy. There's so many things to click on and look at. The same with YouTube. There's so many things to click on and look at. People are only half listening to you, okay? They're only half listening to you. They're skimming half of your message. So like, in my opinion, okay, and this is what what worked for me. It's been successful for me over all these years, and I think now it's more critical than ever to keep this in mind. But I think now more than ever, you have to put your message out there multiple times, but not just like in the same way. Like every time you put your message out there, it needs to be hitting a different angle. Like, right now, like, I'm giving you guys this message on, how, you need to like put your message out there multiple times because people aren't hearing you, right? And I'm doing it here, and I'm like at this industrial kind of park here, and it's cool, it's interesting. I'm in my van. Now, if I put this message out again, I would need to, if I wanted to talk about the same thing, this idea of putting your message out there multiple times, I would need to change my angle up a little bit, in this particular video, what I've done is I've used this story about my retirement, right? I've used this story about my own retirement when I was retiring a product line last year. Okay, so I know, for example, down the road from here, there's actually, well, you know what? Why don't I take you there and I'll show you what I'm talking about? Let's go. Okay, here we are. So here I am at the Melody, which was an old drive-in that is now kind of defunct. These trees behind me are covered in ice, and the ice is melting, so it's pretty cool that it's making a crazy sound. But anyways, the point is, I'm talking about all these trees behind me, ice melting, pretty cool. Anyways, so this place, the Melody, it's now defunct, right? It was an old drive-in, which is pretty cool. And I know I took my family here several times to go to the movies. It's been a few years now, though. They closed down a few years ago. Now it's kind of abandoned. But the point is, if I was trying to make the argument that you need to put your offer out there multiple times and you need to hit on different angles, what I could do is that first video I shot at the industrial park, and I made the point and I told the story about my product line retirement, okay? In the second video or in the second email message or whatever, I could tell the story of this drive-in, right? And I could come here and show people the drive-in if it's a video, but the message would be like, hey, this drive-in did awesome for a long time until they didn't. Why did they fail? Well, they weren't changing their message, right? People had a perception of what the drive-in was, and they didn't update that perception. They didn't change with the times, right? And so as a result, business declined and they failed, right? So in your business, it's the same thing. You got to change up the messaging. Right now I could do that, right? And what happens is some of the people out there are going to relate to the retirement story that I told earlier, where people didn't listen to me and they thought I was retiring, even though I was just retiring a product line. And then some of the people are going to relate to this drive-in story, right? Some of the people aren't even going to hear the retirement story. Some of the people aren't even going to hear the drive-in story, right? But the point is, I'm talking about the same exact idea, exposing people to your offer multiple times, changing your angle on the offer multiple times, but you're still talking about the same concept, the same idea. You're just coming at it from a different angle, okay? And like, by doing this, what you do is you expose people to your offer multiple times. You're building a case for your offer, okay? By doing this, you're building like this case for your offer. And if you do it like 7, 8, 9 times in different ways, all leading to the same thing, then what happens is people start to feel like they gotta buy this thing. It just doesn't make sense not to. They've heard several different arguments for buying this thing now, and they're into it, man. They're into it because you have built this case around your thing with these multiple angles and multiple points of exposure, okay? So anyways, look, man, I just wanted to kind of hit you guys up with that today. I'm launching here, as I record this, it's Sunday afternoon. I'm launching in about, 12 hours or so. I'm launching at 1 a.m. on Monday morning. Free Traffic Resources, Volume 1. I'm excited. It's going to be launching on Warrior Plus. Get over there on Warrior Plus, grab your copy while it's on sale, super cheap. I think I'm going to launch this thing at $5.99, so, everybody can afford it. And, be sure to get it while it's on sale before it goes up in price. And if you don't know how to find it, just hit me up here on Facebook or on YouTube, wherever you see this video, hit me up. Or you can email me at camjenningspro@gmail.com, and I will get you a link to where you can pick that up if you can't find it. And yeah, that's it, man. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you on a flip-flop. All right, peace.